Well, this is Fighting Talk, back again. I'm George Galloway, and I'm fighting mad about the hypocrisy and double standards of the Western governments towards the Arab revolutions, or what they call the Arab Spring. The Palestinian people were laid waste, and there was not a single demand for a no-fly zone, let alone any military protection of the Palestinian civilians, as indeed the Lebanese civilians had suffered unprotected before. In Bahrain, we're not only not intervening to stop the repression of the democracy movement there on that island, we are giving weapons and political and diplomatic support to the people who are crushing the democracy protesters. In Yemen, on a daily basis, people are being cut down in their dozens by a military fully backed by the same Saudi Arabia which is backing the cutting down of the freedom fighters, freedom protesters in Bahrain. And yet, in the name of protecting human rights, protecting civilian lives, we have killed, it now appears, thousands of civilians in Libya, either directly from the air by our rockets and our bombs, or indirectly by providing the air cover for people who went into cities like Sirte and laid them waste, reduced them to Grozny, reduced them to Stalingrad, murdered anyone that they could capture after tying their hands behind their backs so they could put the bullet in their heads more easily. I tell you this, the story of the West in Libya has not ended yet. This is just the end of the beginning. I'll be back, God willing, next week in the same time, same place. This has been The Real Deal.